Welcome to the PLUTUS IAS. Today we are going to discuss about the recent MOU signed between Assam, Nagaland and central government, and how this agreement signed between these states and central government would be helpful for the enrichment of the content of geography and even for the other subjects of GS and optionals also. So, see, this is the agreement like MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, signed between signed between signed between Assam, Nagaland, and central government. This is tripartite MOU signed to exploring the petroleum and mineral production in northeastern part of India, right? So the question could be made as how far this MOU would be helpful given the situation of oil crisis after the tension made in Central Asia, West Asia regarding the petroleum supply chain constraints. See, this possibility of finding new resources in India would be helpful for India to become independent or domestically independent in terms of oil and other mineral productions, right? So here, as far as the resource potentiality of the region of northeast is concerned, see, it has got 15% of total onshore oil production. That is to say, onshore means to say inland, लैंड के अंदर, ओशन के किनारे और ओशन में नहीं. onshore oil production capacity is 15%. Northeastern part of the India is getting with 15% onshore oil production potential, right? And see, 89% of total petroleum and energy requirements of India is being fulfilled through import. And thanks to the situation arised between the tension caused due to the war between Israel and Iran and other related issues, it has now become important to find out the new possibilities for energy production, right? Then if you see the region of northeast, if you see the map of northeastern part of India, you will see here is the Assam, then you have the Arunachal Pradesh, this is your Nagaland, then Manipur, then Mizoram, and then you have Tripura. Here is Meghalaya. This is, see, Assam, and here after Bhutan there is Arunachal Pradesh, like this, and this is the part of Assam. So Assam and north eastern part of India comes under Assam Arakan Yoma basin. This is the region where, see, Eurasian plate, then you have Myanmar plate and Indo-Eurasian plates. See, three plates tri-junction is there which is converging, and more particularly in this region where there is possibility of finding of petroleum and other important critical minerals is the region of colliding Myanmar plate and Indo-Australian plate, right? And this is the region of, see, here Nagaland and Manipur, more particularly of Nagaland, where two plates are colliding, making such kind of extremely folded region, like that. If two plate is there colliding, since earlier, see, when there was convergence between this Myanmar plate and Indo-Australian plate, some remains of Tethys Sea was there present in between, where there is sedimentation from either side, the either side of the plate. And since the part was of, see, margin of oceanic plate, hence the oceanic plate from one side and continental plate from other side collided and making such kind of Schuppan, Schuppan, Schuppan belt, where there is multiple folding made in that region and some kind of rock which is known as ophiolite. Ophiolite was made. Ophiolite basically is a type of rock made because of the emergence of oceanic crust and some part of mantle over the continental plate. Normally, what happens when two plates are colliding? Oceanic plate, since it has got more density, is subducting. But the situation is there where two plates are colliding. See, oceanic plate or some part of oceanic plate gets immersed over the continental plate. Since oceanic plate is containing with, say, number of different minerals of internal part of the earth, there is presence of like cobalt, nickel, and some kind of silicon, like that, of critical minerals found in that particular region, right? Normally continental plates are, see, higher up, oceanic plates are subducting, but here oceanic plates are getting immersed. Such kind of specific condition is there found in Nagaland and Manipur region, where there is formation of or presence of ophiolite like ancient or Archean type of rock, where there is possibility of finding of critical minerals, right? Critical minerals, which is useful for, even for, what you say, some kind of semiconductor or space engineering see purposes, useful minerals that is present in ophiolites, like that of silicon, which is useful in semiconductor industries, and some, say, such kind of scratchless metals are also there found, which could be useful for modern technology, right? Like automobiles, aeroplanes, and others, some kind of defense based equipments making. So in that purpose, see, these critical minerals are, say, found in these regions, which could be useful for betterment of these sectors of the economy, right? Hence the reason of northeast in that term is becoming very important when three different type of plates are colliding in that region. And then about the basic see, petroleum reserves, petroleum and natural gas reserves. See, this is the region where see, two plates are colliding, like that. Two plates are colliding here. This is your Indian plate and this is your Myanmar plate. Since Indian plate is subducted below to the Myanmar plate. This is your Indian plate and this is your Myanmar plate. Because of the subduction of Indian plate below to the Myanmar plate, see, some kind of folding is made in that particular region. Some kind of folding is made in that region, which makes such kind of, see, like that, such kind of folding are there, in which anticlinal and synclinal of arrangement of rocks are found in northeastern part of India, and more particularly in Assam and Arakan basin region, where rocks are getting folded in the form of anticline and syncline, where this anticlinal region is a potential region for what you say, deposition of carbon and hydrogen as reservoir of petroleum. Since this anticlinal rocks are able to absorb more amount of, say, hydrocarbon, and not allowing the petroleum to get escaped. Hence this anticlinal rocks are developed in that region, which is a potential region for the production of petroleum or development of petroleum reserve to that region. And in see Nagaland and Manipur, where there is folding as well as some kind of see faults are also there, which makes some kind of indulgement of petroleum kind of minerals embedded in those rocks. Hence, both the region of Assam and Nagaland, including other states like Manipur, even in Arunachal Pradesh, such kind of petroleum reserves are there. Besides that, other minerals like coal are also of tertiary origin found in these regions. Then see, this tripartite agreement made between Nagaland and Assam will start the exploration of petroleum and natural gas of that region and will make cooperation between the states, which lead to negotiating federalism or development of negotiating federalism in the development of say political and administrative relationship between those states. So some kind of points would also be there in terms of what the different type of trends are there developing in federal polity of India, where there is a role of cooperative federalism, negotiating federalism, competitive federalism, and after 2000, where there is more trends towards the negotiating federalism, where center and states are negotiating over the subjects of interest between the states and center and states as well, where states are now emerging as a strong state and which can present their demand before the center predominantly, and there is some kind of situation where negotiations are there over which problems are trying to be solved, right? So this is the article useful for not only geography but also for the polity too. Thanks. We'll meet again to discuss on another topics which would be helpful for the GS. Thank you.